Hi everyone, I am Jiang Han, a Mandarin teacher, currently teaching in the University of Warsaw. Today we are going to learn some Mandarin together. First, we will talk about what this language it is. Secondly, we will learn some useful phrases and a short way to make a self-introduction. Lastly, there's a culture point. And I will show you my PowerPoint now. I hope you can see this. When we talk about Mandarin, there are two important components, the Chinese characters and the phonetic system that is called pinyin. Chinese characters have a long history and have been through a revolution. On the right side, this is how we write the character 人 nowadays. And on the left side, this picture, you can see how it has changed, and maybe you can guess what meaning it is. Yes, it's human, people. Chinese is not a phonetic language, so that's why we used pinyin to help us to learn the pronunciation. Pinyin it may also be used as an input method to enter Chinese characters into computers or electronics as well. So this is 人, 汉字, the character. And now we will talk about pinyin. Because a character almost always corresponds to a single syllable. And the syllable consists of initials and finals. For example, 日 is the consonant, n is the vowel. With the second tone, we pronounce 人. After you have learned certain numbers of characters, you would be able to read the characters without pinyin. Besides, in our daily life, everything you see will be written in characters. For example, if you go to the restaurant and you ask for the menu, everything is written in characters. Mandarin is a tonal language. There are 4 tones. That's why learning Mandarin is kind of challenging but interesting. The tones in Chinese is 声调, 声调, and the fourth tone, the 4 tones are 一声, 二声, 三声, and 四声. How do we pronounce these tones? It's like we are singing. Here you have 5 lines. From 1 to 5, it's from the lowest pitch to the highest pitch. So, first tone, it's high and flat. Imagine it's like you go to the dentist and they ask you to open your mouth. Ah, ah. And the second tone, it's going up. But here's a trick. If you go down a little bit first, it's easier to go up. Ah, ah. The third tone is like a check mark. First go down and then go up. But most of the time, we only pronounce the low part. So the full third tone is ah, ah. But we normally pronounce ah, ah, short and low. The fourth tone falls sharply. Imagine there's something really heavy hits your feet, and you may shout out like ah, ah. So let's review again. The first tone, 一声 ah, ah. The second tone, 二声 啊 啊。The third tone, 三声啊啊。The fourth tone, 四声啊啊啊啊啊啊。And maybe you will ask, are tones really that important? Yes. Take ma, this syllable, as an example. When it's first tone, it's mother, ma. When it's third tone, it's horse, ma. I'm sure no one wants to call his or her mother as a horse. So tones are really important in Mandarin. Now let's learn some basic phrases. 学中文，学中文。学 is to learn, and 中文 is Mandarin. 早安，早安。You can also use 早，早。So when someone say 早安 or 早 to you, simply respond 早安，早。But remember, it's only before 10 a.m. and we rarely greet people with good afternoon or good night. You can also say 你好，你好。So someone say 你好, and response is also 你好. This is the phrase we greet people that you first meet or you don't know well. But if it's your friend, you meet your friend or someone you already knew, normally we will ask, have you eaten and where are you going, etc. More like daily life situation questions. And here's a tone change rule. When there are two third tones together, the first third tone we will pronounce second tone. So the correct way to pronounce it is 你好，你好。And how to introduce yourself? 我是江瑞涵。我是 I am, and with your name. But when speak of Chinese name, last name always comes first. And usually it's one character. And first name, it could be one or two. 我是江瑞涵. So you can put this together. 你好，我是江瑞涵。你好，我是。And I'm from Taiwan. 我是台湾人。我是台湾人。人 it's people. Taiwan is the country. So 台湾人 means Taiwanese. 我是台湾人。And how to say I'm a Polish? 我是波兰人。我是波兰人。So now you can have a short and easy self-introduction. 你好，我是江瑞涵。我是台湾人。你好，我是江瑞涵。我是台湾人。Now it's your turn.
你好，我是波兰人。
你好，我是波兰人。And there are two more useful phrases. 谢谢 谢谢。Response 不客气，不客气。Remember, here you can see there's no tone mark, which means it's a neutral tone. And what does it mean, a neutral tone? It means we should pronounce it softly and shortly. So how we pronounce this? 谢，谢，谢谢，谢谢。But nowadays, most people often reply with 不会 or 不谢. So you have three options: 不客气 or 不会，不谢. And if you want to apologize, you can say 对不起，对不起. Response 没关系，没关系. Some people also use 没事，没事。
对不起，没关系。
or 对不起，没事. Now we can have some short conversation. How to ask people how are you? You can ask them 你好吗？你好吗？ And answer 我很好，我很好。你好 is hello, and ma is a question words in the end of the sentence, which means yes or no. So 你好吗 is how are you? 我很好 is I'm fine. But actually nowadays, when we talk to our friends, we don't use this phrase. Most of the time we will ask 你最近怎么样？你最近怎么样？ You recently, how is it? You can answer with 不错 or 还好。
你最近怎么样？不错。你最近怎么样？还好。
Maybe you cannot see the under part, so I will adjust it for a moment. Okay. Maybe now it's better. So we can continue. And to ask someone's nationality, 你是哪国人？你是哪国人？哪 means which, 国 is the country. So 你是哪国人? You are which country people? You already know the answer. 我是波兰人。我是波兰人。
你是哪国人？我是波兰人。
And if you talk about someone else, you can use 他。他是哪国人？他是哪国人？他是波兰人。他是波兰人。
他是哪国人？他是波兰人。
And for the female subject, we also use 他。他是哪国人？他是哪国人？ Response 他也是波兰人。他也是波兰人。也 means also.
他是哪国人？他也是波兰人。
Maybe you have noticed that whatever the subject it is, verbs in Mandarin don't change. So singular, 我、你、他, plural with the 们 in the end, 我们、你们、他们. The verb is always 是，我是，你是，他是，我们是，你们是，他们是。And to ask someone's name, 你叫什么名字？你叫什么名字？什么 what 名字 name。我叫尼古拉·哥白尼。我叫尼古拉·哥白尼。
你叫什么名字？
我叫尼古拉·哥白尼。
In order to make it easier to pronounce, we put tones on these foreign names. Does it sound amazing?
他叫什么名字？
他叫弗雷德里克·肖邦。
他叫什么名字？
他叫玛丽亚·居里。
Okay, now we have learned 4 questions. Let's review.
Greetings 1. 你好吗
我很好，谢谢。
？Greetings 2. 你最近怎么样？
不错，还好。
Nationality. 你是哪国人？
我是波兰人。
Name. 你叫什么名字？
我叫
If you want to ask the other one the same question, just say 你呢？你呢？ For example,
你好吗？
我很好，谢谢。你呢？
我也很好，谢谢。你最近怎么样？不错，你呢？还好。你是哪国人？
我是波兰人。你呢？
我也是波兰人。你是哪国人？
我是波兰人。你呢？
我是台湾人。你叫什么名字？
我叫……你呢？
我叫……
in the end of the first meeting conversation, you can say 很高兴认识你。很高兴认识你。To reply it's 我也很高兴认识你。我也很高兴认识你。
很高兴认识你。
我也很高兴认识你。
For the reply, you can simply say 我也是。很高兴认识你。我也是。Let's have a short dialogue of what we've learned. 你好，你好，你叫什么名字？我叫，你呢？我叫，你是哪国人？我是波兰人。你呢？我是台湾人。很高兴认识你。我也很高兴认识你。
好，
你好，
你叫什么名字？
我叫，你呢？
我叫，
你是哪国人？
我是波兰人，你呢？
我是台湾人，很高兴认识你。
我也很高兴认识你。
Okay, so for the language part, it's finished. Now we will talk about some culture points. After learning these phrases, now you can introduce yourself and have a short dialogue with Taiwanese. But what else can you do and must do when you are in Taiwan? Of course, it's to taste the food. Taiwanese cuisine is diversely delicious. And the best place to try this food is the night market. We say 夜市,夜市. In the night market, you will find many gourmets, which called 小吃,小吃, the street food. Now let's learn some authentic street food in Mandarin. 小笼包,小笼包. 小笼包 has the paper-thin wrappings, hold rich broth, and tender pork meatballs. It's so tasty. You should definitely try it out. 牛肉面,牛肉面. Do you know every year Taipei hosts an annual beef noodle festival? So you can see how much we love beef noodles. In Taiwan, beef noodle vendors also have some cold side dishes, such as braised dry tofu, seaweed, or pork intestine. 鸡排,鸡排. This enormous slice of meat is as big as your face and very moist with a crispy crust. 卤肉饭,卤肉饭. 卤肉 is finely chopped, not quite minced pork belly, slow cooked in soy sauce with 5 spices. When 卤肉is spooned over hot rice, the smell will make your mouth water. 臭豆腐,臭豆腐. 臭豆腐 is the love it or hate it snack, with a crispy casing and soft center. Its smell might scare you away, but for Taiwanese, the smell is the better. 鹅子煎,鹅子煎. 鹅子煎 not just has oyster and eggs, but the sweet tapioca starch is adding to give the whole thing a gooey chewiness. This is a signature Taiwan food texture. 挂包,挂包. It's a hamburger, as you see, but Taiwan style. A steamed bun sandwiches breast pork belly, pickled Chinese cabbage, and powdered peanuts. We also have something sweet to try. 芒果冰,芒果冰. Summer in Taiwan is pretty hot, so shaved ice heaped with fresh fruits and flavorings is a must. Mango, say no more. Everyone loves it. 豆花，豆花。It's served with sweet toppings like cooked peanuts, azuki beans, tapioca, mung beans, etc. During the summer, it is served with crushed ice, and in winter, it's served warm. 爱玉冰，爱玉冰。爱玉 jelly is made from the gel from seeds of a special plant. The jelly is not commonly made or found outside of Taiwan. You can hardly taste of anything, so it takes on the flavor of whatever it's eaten with. Normally, we will add some lemon juice and honey. 凤梨酥，凤梨酥。Even though 凤梨酥 is not considered as a street food, but this iconic Taiwanese pastry is one of the best souvenir. Oh, and how can we forget the world-known drink made of tea? The bubble milk tea. 珍珠奶茶，珍珠奶茶。珍珠 means the tapioca balls. 奶茶 is the milk tea. This drink is from Taiwan. Taiwan is famous for its tea. We have many kinds of high-quality tea, but bubble milk tea surely is one of the most popular one. It's delicious. 很好喝，很好喝。珍珠奶茶很好喝。When you are in Taiwan, you will find many tea shops and even different tastes of bubble milk tea. How do you order it? Just say, 我要一杯珍珠奶茶。我要 means I want. 一杯 means a glass of or a cup of. 珍珠奶茶 bubble milk tea. 我要一杯珍珠奶茶。But to order like a local, you should ask them to adjust the sweetness level and the amount of ice for you. They can always customize for you. So the sweetness level is 甜度. And you have 5 options. 全糖、少糖、半糖、微糖、无糖。For the amount of ice, 正常、少冰、半冰、微冰、去冰。So now if I want to order less sugar and free of ice, I should say, 我要一杯珍珠奶茶，去冰少糖，谢谢。我要一杯珍珠奶茶，去冰少糖，谢谢。So, it's time to say goodbye. This is all the lesson today. I hope you enjoy it. And if you want to learn more, Taiwan is your best choice. So, 再见，再见，拜拜。